That was terrible.
That was crap. That was garbage.
This place sucks.
Overreaction
Monday.
All right, Christopher, what do we have over there, sir?
Hey, guys. Everybody good?
Everybody's good.
What up, Chris?
Oh, unless you're 0-2.
Well, that's true.
You're 2-0. You feel
Yeah,
me?
There are some 1-1 teams that feel 0-2. I can tell you that.
Oh, yeah, for sure about that. You know who's probably feeling pretty good today?
Who's feeling good?
My man, Daniel Jones. Look, he's still way overpaid, all right? But can we get the man some help? He did it all by himself yesterday, and now Saquon might be out.
I mean, he completed 17 second half passes. Someone had to catch them. And
I thought you were out there for a minute.
dude, let me just tell you this about him being overpaid. This, at this point in time, is an overreaction. Now, I might be overreacting to not saying this is proper because of what I saw in the second half. But, you know, to quote When Harry Met Sally, whatever Daniel Jones was having at halftime, I'll have that too. Right. You know, whatever Daboll was selling at halftime, I'll have what he's having.
Yeah, it wasn't looking good.
Here's Daniel Jones' second half numbers. I have it ready because I figured we would discuss it today.
I had so many different ones written in the first half.
I know, right? They're trash.
Man.
They're garbage.
It's going to be bad.
I know. And then you had
I had to kind of
how about that
revert.
second half? 17 of 21 for 259 yards and 2 touchdowns, 8 rushes, 58 yards, and 1 score on the ground. Daniel
In a half.
Jones in a half doing what every Bears fan thinks Justin Fields was going to do every single half, every single quarter, every single game, doing what Jalen Hurts, Jalen Hurts scored a couple on Thursday, but it's one of those pushes.
Yeah.
This dude is all over the map. Now, Saquon's hurt. Let's see what happens in San Francisco. They need him to do that like all game. You know,
They're 10-point dogs on
They need
Thursday.
him to show up like vintage Kaepernick in Kaepernick's old home. That's what they need him to do in a short week, most likely without Saquon. But I'll say what? That quarterback's being paid $40 million a year. That's not overpaid. That is dirt ass cheap. So for the moment, I'll call that an overreaction and ask you to move on. What else you got?
Let's get him some help.
I agreed.
TJ, your man, Puka Nacua.
Puka Doncic. What a great nickname.
Puka Bratzi?
Puka Bratzi.
Puka Bratzi. Let's keep going on. How many can we come up with?
My name is Puka. I live on the second floor.
I live upstairs from you.
Here we go.
I don't wanna ruin it.
What does he have? 25 catches in the first 2 games?
Yeah, I think he set a
yeah.
record for catches for single game catches for a rookie. Right?
Puka's first 2 games. This should change the way we look at Cooper Kupp's whole
stop
2021 season.
Get out of here.
His whole record break. Cooper Kupp, system wide receiver.
Out of here.
Could I answer
I
this
can't
one?
believe you just said
Is
those
Cooper
words.
Kupp really good?
Well, for that to happen, Chris, then Puka Bratzi would then have to lead the league in
my
receptions,
goodness gracious.
yards, touchdowns, and then go and win a Super Bowl
I
and be Super
don't
Bowl
even-
MVP.
He might.
This may be the
He
first.
might.
This may be the
He
first
might.
overreaction Monday subject matter. I don't even dignify with a response. That's how crazy it is. Although, here's my response. I do believe that all the letters of Cooper and Kupp are in Puka Nacua, except for the end, right?
You might be right,
Right?
about that.
You can't spell Puka Nacua without spelling Cooper Kupp. It's like a Cooper Kupp anagram.
I'm looking at it right now.
You know what I mean?
All I'm saying is, Cooper Kupp only had 16 catches in his first 2 games in 2021.
Oh, there's
What a
no
bum.
A
What a
either.
bum.
There's no A in Cup.
just
the
saying.
Cooper Cup. It's close. That's what I'm just saying. What else is next?
All right. All right. This is for Hoskins in
Thank
the
you, Don
back.
Vito, for having me.
You can't spell Cooper Cup without saying Puka Nacua.
Thank you for having me, Don Vito, on
Thank you
this
for
very
having me.
special
Nacua
day.
Matata. For Puka Doncic. What else over there?
Josh Allen and the Bills are back.
That's true.
They're going to win the AFC East.
Yeah. Oh, hey, overreaction. Now, if you just said they're back, you just lay it there. Let's see what happens week 4 to the Dolphins, pal. Let's see what happens.
Can he just stop trying to jump over people?
But he was himself yesterday.
Yeah.
He's smiling and he's yelling and he's doing his thing and they're running. They're like, screw it. Here comes Latavius Murray. We're going to roll him downhill from the 5-yard line, and Damian Harris scored. Like, that's what we're talking about. Dawson Knox in the end zone. Gabe Davis. This is what we're talking about. Okay? So let's put the 5-alarm fire out It never really was out, on fire as far as I'm concerned, as you know. But the Dolphins, I have said they're the most complete team through 2 weeks in the AFC, and so I will have to push back and say that's an overreaction. They're going to win the AFC East. And it doesn't help the Bills that there won't be a snowstorm when the Dolphins come visit in 2 weeks, we think. I mean, as you know, there's a very crazy climates going on these days. What else, Chris? I'll call that an overreaction.
One of the surprise 2-0 teams, Rich, the Atlanta Falcons.
Indeed.
They got Bijan Robinson, best all-around back in the NFL.
He made a move. I don't know. He made 2 moves on one run.
His moves have moves.
His moves have moves. His moves have moves. It's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
All around back in the NFL. Well, he's one of the few backs that's being used all around.
He has 10 catches for 75 yards. He's second in the league in rushing. Led the NFL in rushing yesterday.
I cannot say at this point in time that's an overreaction.
All due respect to CMC, obviously.
I mean, if I'm saying that the Dolphins are the most complete team in the AFC right now, I know the words "right now" are not on the screen right now on our Roku channel broadcast. But I don't know who else is out there doing it. I mean, Josh Jacobs, you could say is McCaffrey.
McCaffrey's kind of.
Yeah, I'll push back.
They're neck and neck, I think,
now that you
right
just
now.
told me that, I'll push back. McCaffrey's the best all-around back in the NFL right now. So that's an overreaction, but you almost had me.
Almost.
You had me at Bijan.
Almost. All right, how about this one? We're talking a lot about it. 0-2 teams. 12%? We'll be positive. 12% make
Way
the
to
playoffs.
round up.
Last year, we know the Bengals did it. This year, Rich, no 0-2 team will make the playoffs.
Ooh.
No 0-2 team.
You got the list?
Yeah, so the ones that kind of stand out, it's Patriots, Chargers, Bengals, Vikings. Those are kind of your big 4.
Hey, the Vikings still have a shot.
I mean,
If the Steelers win tonight, the Bengals are already 2.5 behind
you're also
the
looking
Ravens.
at Steelers. You're looking at, Texans, Broncos.
I'll push back and call it an overreaction, but you're not too
Cardinals.
damn far off, brother.
I'm going to say none of them make the
I
playoffs.
told you off of the top, I'm genuinely concerned. At least the Vikings, Kirk Cousins is still winging it around all over the place, and they're just, one game out of first. So, and their losses are against Tampa and Philly, so it's not great for conference record. They still haven't played a division opponent yet, so I'm not gonna be concerned about them too much. What else, Chris?
Couple college items, guys. We can't talk enough about what Colorado's doing, right? I texted you during their week 1 game. Shedeur was 100-1 to win the Heisman Trophy.
What is he now?
He's going to win the Heisman Trophy, guys. Shedeur Sanders is going to win the
That'll
Heisman
be an
Trophy.
overreaction as well. As much as I love the Sanders family, as you know,
He's 18-1 right now.
I'm just going to stick with it. It's Caleb. It's Caleb's world we're living in right now, and there's some other guys that are balling out.
They were off last week.
Right now, he
deserves.
he deserves to be in this conversation. Now, if you're saying Shedor's going to be, in New York in December, I'll say that's not an overreaction.
Yeah, but
To win it all,
That's
to
not
win
as
the
high.
Heisman Trophy.
what if they go to Oregon? What if they go to Oregon and
And
win?
he has got some big plays on his resume. He's got some
Big
nice
plays.
wins, and then of course that 98-yard drive and 2-point conversion to tie it.
And he said he went Brady mode after the game?
I mean, and Brady is, part of his NIL deals.
Yeah.
I love it, but I said it's Caleb's to win or lose, and we'll see it in 2 weeks.
But winning a Heisman back-to-back has only happened one time.
I'm well aware of it.
Ever
I'm
in
well aware of
history.
it. I'm well aware. What else, Chris?
Michael Penix
You got
balling.
one more?
All right, last one. How about this one? SEC, not as good. The Big Ten teams are going to kind of beat up on each other. In the final year of the conference, the Pac-12 team's going to win the Natty.
Win the Natty.
They got 8 teams in the top 25 right now.
If you would just stop with the Pac-12's the best conference in college football, I would have said
Yeah,
there.
that's obvious. They have the most ranked teams. They're top to bottom. They're the best conference.
Could you
But come
imagine
on.
if Dion had
Win
showed
the
up
Natty.
2 years ago, and if this had happened 2 years ago, the Pac-12 would never have broken up. Never. Colorado versus Colorado State, the whole country stayed up to watch that game. Get out of here. Next 2 weeks are going to be lit.
It
Because
didn't
of
end till like
Colorado alone,
2:30
and then
Eastern.
Oregon State and Washington. So
USC, Washington,
no,
Utah,
I'll just push
Oregon.
back on that. That's an overreaction. Win the national champ, win it all.
Win it all.
You're on one today. I like it. That's Overreaction Monday here for this edition of the Rich Eisen Show.
Later.
That's right. The podcast, as soon as we're done today, Chris Brockman and I, we do a whole extended version, 30 minutes or less. It's like a cappuccino shot of takes. Overreaction Monday, where you can get all your podcasts.
That should be our tagline.
Okay. It's where all podcasts can be acquired. And then on Tuesdays with the Rich Eisen Podcast Network, What the Football, Susie Schuster and Amy Trask, their first one, still out there for you to go download or listen to, however you want to say it, with Charles Woodson. Ian Rappaport, Rap Sheet, will be joining us, or joining them, pardon me, for What the Football. Every Tuesday, go and hit the follow button where you get your podcasts. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.